Welcome to today's in-depth discussion about Never Get Cheated on, a deep dive into relationship mastery. We're addressing a topic that's crucial for anyone in a relationship: how to build such a strong foundation that you'll never have to worry about being cheated on. To help us explore this subject, we have Gabriel, a seasoned relationship coach and expert with decades of experience guiding individuals toward healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Thanks for joining us, Gabriel. Thanks for having me. Wow. It's always a pleasure to discuss something so vital to our personal lives. Let's start with a question you probably get often. As a relationship coach, do you have perfect, problem-free relationships all the time? That's a great question, and one I hear quite often. The short answer is yes. I do have what I consider perfect relationships now, but that's because I apply everything I've learned and teach to maintain control over those relationships. Over the years, I've come to understand the dynamics that create successful relationships, which allows me to craft outcomes that work well for both me and my partner. However, this kind of control comes with its own trade-offs. I don't experience the same emotional highs and lows that many people do in their relationships. Instead, I focus on ensuring the relationship remains stable and healthy while my partner brings the emotional balance. Her role complements my logical approach, creating a dynamic that works well for us. That's an interesting balance. Another question I'm sure people ask is, do you believe you'll never be cheated on again? Yes, I do believe that. But it's not just about belief. It's about having a system in place that prevents it. Cheating typically happens when one partner feels that their needs aren't being met. The problem is that instead of addressing these needs within the relationship, they might seek fulfillment elsewhere. My system involves understanding these needs and addressing them proactively, creating an environment where cheating doesn't even cross the mind. Leaning forward, that's a powerful statement. Can you share more about this system? How can someone prevent cheating in their relationship? Absolutely. The key idea is understanding that relationships are not static. They're constantly evolving. If you're not growing with the relationship, you risk being left behind. A successful relationship follows several core principles, and the first one is reinforcement. This means that both partners must actively work to improve each other. If you're in a relationship just to feel comfortable, you're setting yourself up for stagnation. A healthy relationship is one where both partners push each other to grow. For example, if you and your partner have been together for several years, you should both look back and see how you've grown together. Have you developed new skills, overcome challenges, or achieved shared goals? If not, it might be time to refocus and start working on areas where you can support each other's growth. Growth is essential, but what if someone feels they're being cheated on or suspects it? How should they handle that situation? If you suspect your partner is cheating, it's crucial to approach the situation carefully. The first thing you need to understand is that if cheating occurs, it's not solely your partner's fault. You also play a role. This doesn't mean you're to blame, but it does mean that something in the relationship isn't functioning as it should, and it's essential to figure out what that is. One of the most important things to do is to ask directly but without accusation. For example, instead of saying, "Are you cheating on me?" which can trigger defensiveness, you might say, "I've been feeling some distance between us lately. Is there something going on that we should talk about?" This approach opens up a dialogue rather than creating a confrontation. Another crucial aspect is managing your own emotions. It's natural to feel hurt and angry, but it's vital to keep those emotions in check. Reacting with rage or despair will only make it harder to get to the truth and to work through the issue. That sounds incredibly difficult but necessary. What about taking responsibility in the relationship? How can someone ensure they're not contributing to a situation where cheating might occur? Taking responsibility is key. The first step is to understand that as a man, especially if you're playing the traditional male role, you can't afford to be passive in your relationship. You need to be actively involved in maintaining and improving it. This means being aware of your partner's needs and ensuring you're addressing them. For instance, let's say your partner has been feeling neglected because you've been spending a lot of time at work. It's easy to dismiss this as just part of life, but if you don't address it, she might start looking for emotional support elsewhere. Instead, you could take steps to spend more quality time together, such as planning a date night or simply making time to talk about your day. Another critical point is being the best option for your partner. This might sound daunting, but it's about continuously improving yourself in all aspects of life, whether it's in your career, your physical fitness, or your understanding of relationship dynamics. When you're constantly striving to be the best version of yourself, you're making it clear that you're the best option for your partner, which significantly reduces the likelihood of cheating. That makes sense. But how does one practically apply this idea of being the best option? It's all about dedication to improvement. There are three main areas, or what I like to call the 3 pillars of success, that you should focus on: your business or career, your physical and survival skills, and your understanding of relationship psychology. For your business or career, the best way to improve is by finding mentors who are experts in your field. Learn from them, but be careful to adopt only their positive qualities. For instance, if you admire someone's work ethic but notice they struggle with work-life balance, aim to emulate their productivity while maintaining a better balance in your own life. In terms of physical and survival skills, it's about practice and planning. If you want to get stronger, for example, create a detailed workout plan, find a knowledgeable trainer, and stick to your routine. The same goes for learning skills like martial arts or handyman abilities. It's all about consistent effort and seeking out the best teachers. Finally, in relationship psychology, it's about both learning and application. Reading books, attending seminars, and studying human behavior are great, but you must also apply what you learn. For example, if you learn that active listening is crucial in relationships, make a conscious effort to practice it in your daily interactions with your partner. It sounds like a lot of work, but it's clearly worth it. What other strategies can someone use to ensure they're never cheated on? It does take effort, but it's effort that pays off. In addition to improving yourself, there are some practical strategies you can use. One of the most effective is setting the frame early in the relationship. This means establishing from the beginning that you're someone who is constantly improving and growing. For example, you could have a conversation where you lightly but confidently express that every day you're becoming more attractive, more successful, and more knowledgeable. This sets the expectation that you're not someone to be easily replaced. It's important to note, though, that you can't just talk the talk. You have to walk the walk. This means genuinely becoming more attractive and valuable every day. Whether it's through learning new skills, improving your fitness, or advancing in your career, you need to be on a constant path of self-improvement. Another important technique is to be aware of your partner's needs and to meet them before she even has to ask. For instance, if you notice that she's been feeling stressed, you might plan a relaxing evening for her without waiting for her to express that need. This shows that you're attuned to her emotions and are proactive in maintaining her happiness. These strategies are incredibly powerful. But let's talk about what to do if someone actually suspects their partner is cheating. What are the do's and don'ts in that situation? If you suspect your partner is cheating, there are some clear guidelines to follow. Let's start with the don'ts. Don't go through her personal items like emails or text messages. This invasion of privacy can damage trust beyond repair and make you look paranoid. Don't cheat on her as revenge. This might seem like a way to even the score, but it doesn't address the underlying issues and often only makes things worse. Instead of hurting her, it might reinforce her reasons for cheating. Don't freak out. This is tough, but keeping yourself grounded is essential. Being hurt and emotional is natural, but you need to maintain composure to navigate the situation effectively. Don't be afraid to express that you're hurt. It's perfectly okay to let her know that you're in pain and that her actions have hurt you. Trying to act tough and unaffected usually backfires because it's not authentic. Don't be a pushover. If you decide to forgive, make sure that both of you are willing to make significant changes in the relationship. Cheating is a serious breach, and it requires real effort from both sides to heal and move forward. Don't tolerate cheating twice. If it happens again, it's a clear sign that the relationship isn't working, and it's time to move on. Those are important don'ts. What about the things someone should do if they suspect their partner is cheating? Here are the key do's. Do ask her directly. Be straightforward and ask if she's been unfaithful, but do so calmly and without accusatory tones. Watch her body language and eye contact as she responds. Do stand your ground. Make it clear that cheating is unacceptable in your relationship. Let her know that if she's interested in someone else, it's better to be honest so that you both can move on, rather than continue in deceit. Do allow time for your feelings to settle. It's okay to take a moment to process your emotions, but try to do so in her presence so she can see what you're going through. This transparency can help in understanding each other's emotional states. Do ask why, and listen carefully. This might be one of the hardest parts, but it's essential. Ask her why she felt the need to cheat and listen to her reasons without interrupting. This can provide valuable insight into what was lacking in the relationship and help you grow. That sounds like a difficult but crucial process. You mentioned earlier that successful long-term relationships follow certain principles. Can you elaborate on those? Certainly. There are 6 rules that I believe are fundamental to building and maintaining a successful long-term relationship. Familiarity. Familiarity breeds comfort. Seeing someone regularly in the same context builds a subconscious rapport, creating a sense of connection that feels safe and reassuring. Propinquity. This is about social proximity, being close within social circles. If you're well integrated into each other's social lives, it creates a stronger bond and a sense of belonging that's hard to break. Chemical attraction. This doesn't just refer to physical attraction, but also to the olfactory cues that drive subconscious attraction. Maintaining good health and a natural scent can create a powerful connection. Socio-biological attraction. Traditional gender roles often influence attraction. Traits like physical strength and nurturing abilities play a role in initial attraction, but these should be balanced with deeper connections. Reinforcement. Both partners should feel more valued and attractive when they're together. Mutual reinforcement means you're continually building each other up, rather than competing or tearing each other down. Similarity. We tend to be attracted to those with similar insecurity levels. A relationship thrives when both partners can help each other grow, especially by addressing these insecurities together. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Gabriel? Just a reminder that relationships are a continuous journey of growth and learning. The effort you put into improving yourself and understanding your partner is what ultimately fortifies the relationship. Keep striving to be the best version of yourself, and the rest will follow. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us today, Gabriel. I'm sure our viewers will find this discussion incredibly valuable. Thank you. Wow, it's been a pleasure.